right, guys, we're at the Hilton Head Concours Elegance, and they just got done with the judging. We didn't win, so that was okay because we had a great time and had a good car. And but Shelby Fix here is a lady that I just met today, and she brought a beautiful black Ford GT, which you guys can take a look at right here now. And she didn't win, but she came in second, and that's got the Palmetto Award.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about how much you love doing Concours.
Well, this is the first time this car has actually been to Concours, which is really cool. So I feel honored to at least get second place.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting car. It's a 2017 Ford GT. It's one of 14 of the Heritage, and this Heritage livery specifically is in honor of the 1966 Le Mans. Yep, 1-2-3 finish at Le Mans, and Bruce McLaren was driving this.
Driver. Chris Amon.
Yep.
Bruce McLaren, Chris Amon.
Yep. And so, like I said, this is one of 14, but this is chassis number 27.
Yeah, this is a rendition of or basically a heritage of the car in the Ford versus Ferrari movie, the car that kind of won and that Ken Miles didn't, which was a big controversy.
Right.
But he truly did win, and so it's a great car, absolutely a great car.
Yeah, it's a blast to drive. We do drive it. It's been on the racetrack a couple times.
Yeah.
But it's a great car to drive. It's again very rare, and so I'm honored to show it here. I was surprised to be able to show it. Yeah.
And the great story that Shelby told me as we got started this morning showing all our cars is that her dad is who I met him a little earlier.
Yeah.
He's a Shelby restorer, big Shelby collector like me.
Yep.
And so he names his beautiful daughter Shelby, which was very, very appropriate. So, but congratulations!
Thank you very much.
On doing
Thank
as good
you.
as you did.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're interviewing Ed Bolian here. He is the owner of this beautiful red Bugatti Veyron, and oh my gosh, I mean, we just when he showed up, everybody's heart hit the floor because we knew that we didn't have much of a chance. But
well, I was just
beautiful
as surprised
car.
as anybody. Your 430 is so spectacular.
Oh.
I had a Grigio Silver Scud, and I just think it is the best color, especially with the tan interior.
Thank you very much.
A nice gold to the metallic in the car.
Yeah.
Factory gated manual.
Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that.
But yeah, this has been my dream car for a while.
So how long have you had it?
Yeah, I've had it for about 4 months now. So
Oh,
I just
really?
got it.
Really?
I've been searching for one and trying to finance one for quite some time.
Yeah.
Finally was able to put the pieces together, find the right amount of debt, and
how has the market for these things been? Have they continually climbed, or?
So they kind of started at 2 million and they went down to like a little under 1.5.
Right.
Now it seemed like they're going back up. The issue that I ran into, or I kind of discovered in the market, was that there's only 14 U.S. Grand Sports, the Targa version.
See, I didn't know that.
And so this is the
this is a Grand Sport Targa version.
It is, yeah. That comes off.
Okay.
Sit it around. At home, it never goes back on. But, since of those 14, 6 of them sold in the last 12 months.
Okay.
And that's just way too much supply in the market for the prices to maintain. So that pushed them down a good bit. The guy I bought it from lost $1 million on it. But I think as that's all gotten absorbed now, hopefully they can head back up.
Yeah. Well, and this economy right now, this election year and everything, you bought it at the right time. Everything went on sale.
That's it.
Everything went on sale. Yeah. Have you had very much maintenance done on it?
Not yet.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed, knocking on wood. You can do.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure.
So far, it has behaved itself.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
crazy.
That's
well, good luck,
awesome.
brother.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, guys. The third place finisher in our class today was Ray D from Boston, Massachusetts.
Correct. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Met him today for the first time. Great guy, and he brought a Spiker?
Yeah.
Spiker. Yeah, Spiker. Kit car.
Exactly. It's a kit car. When you don't want to tell anyone, tell them it's a kit car. It's a Dutch car.
We had a lunch with his driver today, and his driver goes, "Go down there and tell Ray that's a kit car. It's not a kit car. It's an Audi powered Finnish.
Danish from Holland.
Holland.
So
tell us more about it.
So they originated in 1900 or so. They made carriages, and they got so well known that the Queen of Holland commissioned to make a carriage for them. And they made a carriage for her, and to this day is still used by the Queen of Holland.
No kidding. Wow.
So they made it, and then they became famous at it, and then cars came in, and they started racing cars and driving, and they driven all over Europe from France to Russia, and that's why in their logo, and you can see in Latin later, it says, "For the tenacious, no road is impassable or impossible." So
nice.
That's why. And then they built cars, and then the war came, World War I. Everyone had to stop and make airplanes. So they started making airplanes, and then unfortunately, in 1926, they went under. And in 2000, 2 Dutch people bought the rights to it and built about 200 cars.
Wow.
And this is one of few that are, I think there's 40 or 50 that are La Violettes, which is a hard glass top, not convertible.
So that's a glass top.
Correct.
I didn't realize that.
And it's to resemble old fighter planes, which they didn't have any radar back in the day.
Right.
So that's
right.
why. And then
and then the big scoop up there is air scoop.
Yeah,
right?
and then that's why to resemble a plane, basically.
Right.
And, and even the interior is to resemble propeller airplane.
Right.
So I've had it over 12 years. It's in 2007.
Yeah.
It has about 3,500 miles on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's all aluminum.
Yeah.
So
And
I didn't buy
there's
it for
3,500 cars?
No, there's about 200 of them worldwide.
200 worldwide.
And there's about 50 of them that are La Violette's hard glass. Correct.
No kidding. Wow.
Right.
So that's a rare piece.
And I don't know if we're trying to figure out. Somebody's getting me data to see how many are in this color combo. I think there's 1 or 2, maybe. I might be the only one, but we'll find out.
Wow.
We'll find out. Right.
Yeah. But guys,
you guys did a great job. Appreciate it.
Ray is the
sir.
man. Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Great car,
Appreciate
great
it.
person.
Hey guys, it's Mike and Brian with Parking Money, and we have a special guest here today, Rory Ingram. Rory, it's good to see you again, my friend.
Brian, it's nice to see you.
It's always a pleasure. We've all known each other for a decade or so.
I've never met Rory, but I met his dad back in the day at the Pinehurst Concours, and just had, he was such a nice man,
Yeah.
and so we did that deal for a while, had several cars down there. And Rory's kind of taken over their collection in Durham, and of course they had a terrible fire there. When was that, Rory?
The explosion was in 2018.
Yeah, had an adjoining building catch on fire and exploded.
But one, right, of the survivors. This is a 3-owner car, right?
It is. This car was actually in that building that day. Yeah, so we've had this car since, I believe, 2011. Wow. The original owner was an Italian Argentine, and he raced it 3 times in 1964. Once at the Targa Florio, once at the Nürburgring, and then won his class in France.
The 904 is one of my favorite cars.
Ferry and that young design team, this was pretty radical. This was their first fiberglass body car, and it really started them down that path. They were supposed to have the 2-liter 6-cylinder engines, but they weren't ready.
So they used the 4-cam.
The 4-cam. The last 10 got those engines, but this was the last use of that 4-cam.
So it's a 4-cam motor?
Yeah.
Really?
4-cam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Rory, really the whole gist of this podcast is we're just trying to make people understand what an asset class these things are. And of course, you have got to live that with your dad through the years.
Yeah, we didn't set out to do that. Little Beverly Hillbillies. So we were fortunate. Right now the market's soft on 50s Porsche stuff and everything. We've always been wondering, will there ever be that? Is there going to be a paradigm shift where what's the relevancy of some of these? I mean, then you go look over there and brass air and what's the relevant? It is an alternative asset class. I think when you the coolest thing about, I think, having cars as collectibles versus other collectibles, art, you can't really take your Picasso over to your barbecue,
Right.
you know, your sculpture. I mean, and you can use all your tactile senses and consume this, and then it's still, and you know, if it's the right car, it could be worth more tomorrow than it is today, and it's consumable.
That's
and
an
I think it's
interesting
so
perspective,
so
yeah.
unique, because I love wine, but at some point it's salad vinegar, and so you know, that's really the one thing that's consumable by all your tactile senses, and still has value.
And that's a good point with the wine, because when the wine's consumed, it's consumed.
Or bourbon.
or bourbon or anything else.
But
But
was
this
really
is
smart to open that Bordeaux. I don't remember, you know. But this you can.
Thanks for the invite.
So.
But yeah, you're right. This, right? You live it, breathe it, smell it, drive it, feel it. It's.
And thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
We
great for
appreciate
having.
you.
Appreciate it. It's always good to
Thank
see
you
you.
so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
All right. Remember,
Hey,
like
guys.
and subscribe, guys.
Like and subscribe.